6:49 here this Monday, our top headlines in our Smart Start this week. There are many questions still unanswered surrounding last Thursday's stolen car crash in Brighton that took the life of a 92-year-old man. New this morning, Ron Spitzer hearing from legal experts what they're saying about bail reform, asking them why someone already arrested a dozen times over the last year was still out on the streets. Ron.
Brennan, Rochester police tell us the 17-year-old who crashed and killed 92-year-old Thomas Chase while driving a stolen car had been arrested 12 times before Thursday for smash and grabs around the area. He was also on parole for burglary and was arrested for stealing a car in Erie County 4 weeks ago. Criminal defense lawyer Barry Covert tells us the fact the teen violated parole and was somehow back in another stolen vehicle is very concerning.
New York State Parole Department could have sought a petition and a warrant immediately. That's not the fault of the police or the court. That has to be done through the parole department seeking a warrant, filing a petition and seeking a warrant through the court that had original jurisdiction over his sentencing.
Former Erie County District Attorney John Flynn says another problem in the situation is the 17-year-old is in the raise the age system, adding the premise is that everyone should be given a second chance without incarceration, making it unusual for this individual to be on parole. However, both Covert and Flynn say this case may lead to changes in the juvenile justice process.
Have the people who are in charge now in Albany revisit raise the age, revisit the bail reform laws.
Judges really don't want to have to detain a 16 or 17-year-old, but you can't just keep having individuals that just keep committing crimes.
There comes a point, though, when a 16, 17-year-old is just caught up in a life of crime to the point where they need to be held accountable.
Charges are pending in the case. Covert says there will most likely be an investigation into how the 17-year-old wasn't detained after being on parole. Brennan.
Ron, thank you. We'll be following that and more top stories. One man is dead after a crash on Ridgeway Avenue that happened just after 11 a.m. Sunday. Investigators say a 2005 Honda was traveling south on LaGrange Avenue and tried to make a turn at a green light. And that's when a motorcycle going west did not stop at the red light and smashed into the car. We're told the rider on the bike was a man from Rochester in his 30s. He died at the hospital. The other driver stayed on scene and was not hurt. The man charged with murder, accused of stabbing someone to death last week in the city, has pleaded not guilty. Police say 32-year-old Justin Porter killed 31-year-old Brandon Wyan last Tuesday at the corner of Seabrook Street and Joseph Avenue. The victim found a package of drugs. Porter dropped out on the street. RPD says Porter saw Wyan picking up the drugs, tracked him down and attacked him. Officers arrested Porter Friday. A SWAT team searched a drug house they say is linked to Porter and finding more narcotics ready for sale. Porter's being held without bail. He's due to appear in court today to meet with his attorney. Their next hearing is scheduled for Thursday. A 14-year-old girl remains in critical condition this morning after she was hit by a car in Spencerport. Police say just before 10 o'clock Saturday night, the teen was riding her bike through this intersection at North Union Street and Big Ridge Road and did not yield to oncoming traffic. The driver who hit her stayed on scene and is cooperating. Police say that driver was not impaired by anything at the time. Their investigation is ongoing. Happening today, the trial is scheduled for a teen charged in playing a role in the overdoses of 2 young victims. The Monroe County District Attorney's Office says Shannon Praler Jr. was involved in the overdose death of 19-year-old Paige Gibbons in November 2022 and the overdose of another teen who survived around the same time. Praler faces many charges covering manslaughter, criminal possession of a controlled substance, related to drug sales. There's a charge for that, as well as assault. Also in court today, the man accused of shooting a teen girl in the head in Rochester and hiding her body in the woods near the canal. Police say 27-year-old Rain Tapiado murdered 16-year-old Jacara Lopez Moore, who he was acquainted with. She disappeared after leaving her house in the middle of the night last August. That was on Weld Street. Today's court appearance for Tapiado is scheduled at 2 p.m. News 8, your local election headquarters trying to build momentum off both the DNC and from that endorsement from RFK Jr. The Harris and Trump campaigns alike are gearing up for some grassroots outreach this week. These campaigns are readying for a battleground barnstorm with 71 days to go until the general election. This week, Trump goes back twice to Michigan. Friday, he's in Pennsylvania. On the other side, Harris will be on a bus tour, this time across Georgia. Taking you inside the Buffalo Huddle, the Bills have a lot of decisions to make about 36 players who need to be cut by tomorrow's league-wide deadline. That's at 4 o'clock. They got started Sunday with 9 moves on the roster. Safeties Terrell Burgess and Dee Delaney, they went on IR. 7 players were released. The biggest name, linebacker Deion Jones, an 8-year vet, signed with Buffalo in May. He's made 91 starts, even a Pro Bowl, but Jones was stuck down the depth chart all throughout camp, even after Matt Milano was out for a few months. We learned that. And Nicholas Morrow nursed injuries as well. Also released Sunday, quarterback Anthony Brown just signed last week. That was to get the Bills through the final preseason game, which happened Saturday. For showing up late, he had a nice day out there. 11 of 12 for 102 yards, a 13-yard scramble. Also took Buffalo down for 2 touchdown drives. Thad Brown and company be following all the roster moves for Cutdown Day tomorrow, again, 4 p.m. for the NFL. Before your weather, sunrise traffic here 5 minutes to go until the top of the hour. The one issue we have on our map, West Main Street at West Broad Street. Accident reported there. That's the view of 490 in and out of downtown. Looking okay. The thruway there, James Gilbert, just fine too.
Yeah, not too bad across the region. We've got a nice day, a good travel day for you. Maybe you're coming back or going somewhere. We are very comfortable as well. Temperatures around the region hovering right around 60 degrees. A lot of spots in the 50s. Henrietta, Brockport, both at 58. We climb low to mid 80s this afternoon. Very low chances, near 0 chances for any rain, but those chances go up. We add heat and humidity to the system tomorrow. It's just hot, near 90, and then we're busy. Showers, thunderstorms Wednesday.
Yeah, and a little bit of a cool off as well. Something for everyone. CBS Mornings coming your way next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.